can't leave me like this.
I've already left you, Kevin. Stop contacting me.
So was that really all a lie? You telling me you want to share your life with me?
I changed my mind. I can't stay with you anymore.
What is the problem exactly? We can still talk. Please don't shut me out, Julia. I'm begging you.
You're the problem, Kevin. I'm tired of you. I feel guilty. I don't love you anymore. Move on.
Julia, I know you're lying. Why? What happened?
Goodbye.
Julia, damn, please, don't block me. Please, I'm sorry. Come back to me, please. Julia, I love you. Really, and I know you do too.
6 months later. Son, are you okay?
I'm fine, Ma, really. I'm sorry for worrying you yesterday. It was nothing.
How do you expect me to believe you after seeing you have a mental breakdown? Seriously, Kevin, what's wrong? Are you still thinking about that horrible woman?
No, Ma, really, I'm okay. I was just, I had a lot in mind last night, and the alcohol got to me.
Did you hear anything from her? Where is she right now?
I don't know. She has blocked me.
Goodness, she is so selfish. I can't believe she's doing this to you. I knew she was not a right girl for you. An uncultured orphan with no family background, and after she pulled this trick, I'm confident she was using you just for your money. These gold diggers, they are everywhere nowadays. No one wants to be loyal, and once they get bored, they just run away like this.
Ma, please let it be. Don't badmouth her like this.
And why shouldn't I? She broke your heart, and how can she go when she's carrying your child? I know you wanted a family with her. What did she give you? That disgusted brat. Listen, Kevin, I know I sound insulting right now, but I want you to move on, honey. It's been months. You can't just let the pain drag you like this. You need to start seeing new people. I was talking to your father the other day, and he asked me if you would like to meet someone. You remember Mr. Scott's nephew, Hillary? You and she used to play house in the backyard when you were 7. I heard that she's single right now. How about we set up a date for you two? It doesn't have to be serious. You guys can catch up and learn more about each other.
Ma, I'm not doing this. What the hell? I've told you so many times to stop doing this.
You're 34 now, Kevin. It would help if you started thinking more seriously about your future. And that girl Julia is not in it.
I'm a grown man, and we have been together for the past 5 years. But expect me to forget about her? She was my future.
That is precisely why I'm asking you to move on. Maybe the child you keep thinking about isn't even yours. Maybe she was having an affair with one of those male friends of hers. And once you found that out, she ran away from you. She never considered you important.
Ma, I think I should go. I don't want to have this conversation with you anymore.
Kevin, I'm your mother, and I want the best for you. That girl brought nothing but pain into your life. And now it's time you realize that. She has gone for good, and you can move on with someone better. Meet Hillary, okay? She's coming back to town next month for Christmas. We will invite the Scotts over for a party. And yeah, things will catch up from there. She was working as a nurse in Arena, but she's moving back to the US. And let me tell you, she has grown up to be such a beauty. We've met her a few times, and she's the perfect girl for you. I'm sure you will enjoy her company. Give yourself another chance, okay? I'm not forcing you into marriage, but go on a date with her.
Fine, I will, but if it doesn't work out, I'm not listening to you.
Well, we will see about that.
I will talk to you later then. Bye.
Bye. Take care, son.
You too.
A month later.
Leaving tomorrow? Ma will kick me out if I'm not home by tomorrow evening. Do you guys generally have a huge Christmas party? I'm Catholic, dude, and my grandma is from Greece. Damn, big family gatherings run in your genes. Yep, and I will again be bombarded with all sorts of marriage proposals and shit. For a second, I felt terrible for not having a big Christmas party at home. But now I feel sorry for you, dude. Piss off. You'll be meeting that childhood friends of yours, right? She looks beautiful in that picture. It's okay, it seems like she doesn't care anymore, so why should you? She ghosted you like this and did not even try to contact you. And then a month later, you found out she was seeing different gynecologists. And there was a high chance she was pregnant with your child. I can't even imagine the roller coaster of emotions you went through when all of that happened. I tried contacting her, but no one knew where she had gone. I still want to meet her. What if she really is pregnant? I need to be with her. I'm still trying to look for her, but she's just nowhere to be found. Forget her, man. She can take care of herself anyway. She doesn't need you anymore. Isn't that what she said to you? I never expected her to say those horrendous things to you. I always thought she was a little too harsh with her words. But saying that, you never did anything for her. What the hell? What happened to that woman? Had she gotten blind? It's fine, let it be. Maybe she was having an affair, and she discovered that child was someone else's. She decided to break it off with you. Don't talk like my mother, dude, please. Why do you guys think she cheated on me? Because she had a lot of dudes running after her. All those three friends she used to invite to house parties, they looked a little too friendly. That was never the case, man. They grew up together in the same foster house. They're like big brothers to her. Or maybe you were just too blind to see that. Man, you believed in her a little too much. I don't know, but when I contacted them asking about her, they said they knew nothing. She used to work as a stripper too. Did you forget that? And what does that have to do with this? That was ages ago, when she was studying in LA. And it was only for a few months. And paying rent was no easy thing. I never expected you to say this, you know. I can't believe you judged her based on her past all this time. I never judged her when she was with you. Hell, I liked her. Really. She was fun to be around, but after everything she did, I couldn't help myself. And the worst part is that you are still stuck there. She's gone for whatever reason. And she's never coming back. If she cared, she would have at least called you once. But see, it didn't happen. A month before she left, I heard her talking to someone over the phone when you invited us to a house party. She was talking to some Nick dude. And I'm not sure what they were talking about, but she did say she'd be leaving soon and that she couldn't bear living like this anymore. What? Nick? Do you know him? They were in college together. He was her senior, and they were in a dance club. I never really met him properly, but she used to tell me she admired him a lot back in those days. Maybe it was more than admiration. They might have reconnected again, and things just escalated from there. I need to look for him. Why didn't you tell me this before? Because I'd have messed you up even more. See, this is why I never told you. This was your dream girl, and I always knew how much you loved her. But now, I think it's time you face reality, Kevin. There's a huge possibility that she was having an affair, and that's exactly why she ran away. Move on, man. Stop searching for her. You have become miserable, and I hate to see you going down that spiral every day for the past few months. Damn, I shouldn't have brought this shit up in the first place. Go back home and enjoy your holidays, please. Don't make yourself suffer again. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't be. Just be happy, okay? Give yourself another chance. Thanks. I may drop by on the 24th. Emma just sent me an invitation. No more sad Christmas for you then? Maybe my mother will end up finding a suitable date for you too. That would be a great help. See you then, man. Yeah, see you. Celebrating Christmas with my family after so long did lift my mood. I haven't seen them in a long time. Mom and Dad looked the happiest. Seeing their middle-aged son return home, it felt nice. Carl was there, and I never got to meet Hillary. She seemed like a great person, and honestly, I could see why Mom wanted us to date. She was the perfect girl. But I still missed her, Julia. Last Christmas, I was planning to ask her hand for marriage. I was already saving up for the perfect ring, and the entire proposal in my head looked perfect. But before I could ask her, she had already left me. I did not believe her words, though. It felt like she was pushing me away. She was always insecure about her background. As a black orphan who struggled with life and did a few questionable jobs to make a living, she had been carrying a huge baggage. But still, she was honest with me from the beginning and told me how she wished to have a family one day. That was what made me feel even harder for her. She was a sincere and kind woman who always gave her all and lived life to the fullest. Every moment I spent with her made me realize how much she meant to me. She was my anchor, who always pushed me. To give some people always snarled at her, but she never let those harsh words get to her. She inspired me to be better in life. to give her the life she always dreamed of. And wherever I am today, it is all because of her. However, my mother never truly accepted her. She never said anything to her, of course, but when she broke up, she looked so content. And today at the party, she perfectly played the role of a wing woman and set up a date between Hillary and me. Reluctant as we were, we both agreed, and the next day, we meet up at a coffee shop. We talked about our interests and job, and everything clicked between us. She shared a few stories about her patients and how much they had impacted her life, though I did not feel comfortable enough to share much about myself. But in all honesty, it felt nice meeting her. It was not because I wanted to move on from Julia. I enjoyed Hillary's company, just like in old times. And so we decided to see each other again. As we kept meeting, we got closer. And a few months later, we started dating. She even got a job in Michigan, and every day was so happy to hear the news. A month went by, and everything was going well. But one day, Hillary told me she would return to Vienna for a few days to meet one of her patients who recently gave birth to a girl. As uncommon as it was, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer when she was 2 months pregnant. And now, one of her former colleagues there informed her that she did not have much time left. You sure you don't want me to drop you at the airport?
Yeah, it's fine, but I'm a little nervous. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet.
You did everything in your power to help her. I'm sure she's grateful to you. That's why she asked you to meet her.
I could never be as strong as her. She went through everything all alone. Pregnancy, the treatment, and yet everything failed. She deserves to live.
Life can be harsh, but I'm sure she lived a fulfilling life.
She used to talk about her ex a lot. She was her only family, but his mother never accepted her because she was an orphan, let alone black. The mother was the one who asked her to break up with him because she was inferior and would bring disgrace to her family name. But still, she wished the best for them, especially for him. There was this time she told me. She was glad he could see her so weak. It would have broken his spirit.
I feel bad for him.
She had more of tragic life, grew up alone, left the love of her life, and now she will never get to see him.
Who knows? Maybe some miracle will end up happening. Does he know about his daughter?
My colleague said they would be contacting him soon. He's a doctor there who also happens to be that patient senior from college. He was the one who arranged all the living arrangements for her when she moved to Vienna.
He's a good friend.
Yeah, I hope he calls that ex soon.
Suddenly, I received a call from an international number. Upon receiving it, I hear a man's voice. Am I speaking to Kevin Elves? Who's this? I'm Dr. Nick James. I wanted to talk to you about Julia Moore. My heart sank as I heard her name. But what hurt me even more was how my stupid mind immediately connected all the dots. The woman that Hillary was telling me about was Julia. The man on the phone, Nick, informed me of same thing when she was diagnosed with uterine cancer. And at that time, my mother kept asking her to leave me. She felt unwanted, but she did not want to break my family. It was after she left me when she found out about the pregnancy. But because of how she treated me then, she never found the courage to share her pain. He said our daughter was born healthy, but Julia took a lot of damage during the delivery. Kevin, I'm not calling you a doctor today, but a friend. He continued after a pause. I know you must have felt betrayed, but she had her reasons. If she had told you about your mother, it would have made things difficult for you. She did not want you to choose between her and your family. But she never stopped loving you. It's just that life was always cruel to her, and she failed to look for another option. My breath was stuck, and my hands were shivering, but I still could not believe his words. Is she... My voice broke, but I managed to speak. Is Jules dying? Yeah, Nick replied with a heavy sigh. She does not know I called you, but please, come see her. She does not have much time left. 1,000 questions erupted in my head. I cursed myself for not knowing things better. I felt like yelling at my mother for what she did to her. But firstly, I needed to see her, not wasting another second. I booked the next flight to Vienna. The next night, once I reached the hospital, Nick was waiting for me near the reception with a half smile, muttering a simple thank you. He took me to Julia's room. My heart was pounding the entire time, the fear, the pain, and every little emotion overwhelming me. But the moment I stepped into the room, I felt my eyes water. She was there, lying in bed, the little wires and pipes connected to her body. Her black, luscious hair looked dull, and her skin was frail, and yet she looked so beautiful. A cradle was placed near her bed, and her daughter peacefully slept in it. I saw her hazel brown eyes slowly open. While I smiled, she seemed confused, but soon a tear trickled down her cheeks as her lips curled up.
I missed you.
Came her weak voice. Kneeling, I cursed her cheek. I missed you too. Time stopped for us, or maybe it was just my wishful thinking. We stayed like that for as long as we could, holding hands and drowning each other's eyes. So much was left unsaid, but I guess we understood it.
Your daughter.
Julia said a few moments later, still smiling.
Her name's Hope.
I shook my head before replying. Our daughter. Her eyes sparkled before she closed them again. Taking one last deep breath, she whispered,
Take care of her, okay?
The line on the monitor had gone straight as I held onto her lifeless hand. My wishful thinking had come to an end as reality settled in. Soon, all of it came to an end. I cut all ties with my mom, and after explaining everything to Hillary, we decided to end our relationship and stay friends. Losing Julia, perhaps I could never explain the pain I felt then, or the guilt and regrets I suffered from. But in the end, she left me with something. She left me with a new life, with my hope. Now every day as I cradle her in my arms, I remember her. I think of all those little possibilities and could have beens that were taken away from us, and I lived with the memories I once shared with her.